friends, Sam Villa here. Today I want to share with you a cool way to cut a fringe that has some sense of fullness to it, but it's very rough on the edge, disrupted, or maybe even chewed into. Now, when we cut this, I want you to think inside out. We've been taught to cut the perimeter length first and then start to layer our fringes. Sam's going to think the opposite way. We're going to start at the top of a triangular section that you predetermined to be the fringe area. Take a triangle horizontal section at the top. Bring the desired length to where you want to have it. Take your 7-inch dry cutting shear. I'm using that because I want to go a little bit deeper with my point cutting, as you'll see as we work the fringe. Going to come through, point cut, but we're just going to scan as we work across that. Notice the guiding blade sits right on my ring finger, and that allows me to just scan across the section. Once we have that, now we're going to take section number 2. Section number 2 is the middle part of this triangle section. This is where we begin our elevation. We're going to take a black comb working on blonde hair so that you can see the extension of the line we're cutting with. Elevate diagonally above a horizontal line, and once again, come in and scan. And notice as I'm scanning, I'm going deeper into it. Each time I take a section, I'm going slightly deeper into that. Now our last section. And you can just start to see how we're getting the graduation up high now. We have yet to still establish our length. Our last section. We're going to elevate up again. So we elevate up to the guideline. And notice my hand, look where the guide is. And look how far my finger angle is behind the guide. This is going to allow me to go deeper. Once again, the guiding blade sits on the ring finger. And now we come through and we scan going into it deeper. Okay, once again, guiding blade placed onto the ring finger and working your way right across that section. Now, when you start to look at this, you almost start to see it almost bevels on itself, on its own, just because of the fact we've layered that out. Now, we're going to come through, we're going to establish the length, where we want the length. A lot of times, our length is based upon the personality. So it's all based upon the personality in terms of comfortability. Once I'm here, now I'm going to come through, and I'm just going to scan the length off. Anytime we want to remove length, our shear is more at a diagonal when we want to remove length. When we want to release weight, our shear is more perpendicular with the length, desired length that you have. Now that was taking weight out. Now you can just start to see how I have a little bit more of a chewed edge on that. Now obviously she needs to be able to see. All we're simply going to do now is simply come in and bevel that fringe, and you'll see how the length goes up. Now watch what we're going to do on the profile. Once we're here, we're simply going to take a vertical section. And all I want to do is just soften that edge. So I just start opening and closing. Now just start to round your finger out and just roll it to the scissor. We're going to take another vertical section. We're going to come through, start opening and closing, and now just start to round your finger out and just take it right to the scissor. This is going to give you just a little bit more tad of softness up on the top of that length. We've got one more section to do on the opposite side. Coming through, take our vertical section, come through and tip into that. Now remember, you want some weight on this, so don't go so deep when you're taking this off. And now it's just a matter of beveling that, and you've got a little bit more of a fringe that has a little bit more of a chewy edge. Real simple way to do it. Reverse your graduation, and you'll achieve today's fringe.